Can y'all see me? Dog it. My father-in-law took the shade down because of the storm that we had. He didn't want it to blow over. So now there's no, so if I'm squinting, it's because there's no shade on the gazebo like it used to be. But y'all, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Do y'all remember who that is? I'm about to show y'all in case y'all forgot. I can't spell G-Y. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is this young lady. Can y'all see? So Gypsy Rose was a young lady whose mother, we think, had Munchausen by proxy. Either it's called Munchausen by proxy or Munchausen syndrome, where the mother fakes the child being sick for attention. So the mother raised Gypsy as a really sick child, like giving her medication and taking her to multiple hospitals for treatment that Gypsy didn't have. Like, she at one point said she had cancer. She was a cancer survivor. She did that, what is the little trip that they give kids who are terminally ill to, like, go to Disneyland or whatever. And her mother did this so much that she had received a house from Houses of Humanity, or whatever that organization is called. They gave her a house with a wheelchair ramp and everything because she had Gypsy in a wheelchair. Gypsy could walk. She didn't put Gypsy in a wheelchair. She didn't, like, manipulated Gypsy into taking all this medication and everything. So Gypsy found out she could walk. And some kind of way Gypsy got on the internet and met some dude and devised this plan to unalive her mother. So her and some random guy that she met on the internet, who obviously had mental issues, just like I'm assuming that Gypsy had, unalived her mother in the house, and then she ran away with this dude, and they got caught and went to jail. He's serving a life sentence. Gypsy served 10 years, and she just got out this weekend. So while Gypsy was in jail, she married a teacher from Louisiana while she was in prison. I think they got married like 2 years ago. She had been engaged to some other random guy that she had met online, and that didn't work out. But this marriage worked out. So she married him while she was in prison. They had a small prison ceremony. There are pictures and everything. And they are together now. And it is so interesting because Gypsy has got out of jail and she has went straight to social media. She has started her TikTok. She's on Instagram. I mean, she is just really getting out there. And the interesting thing is, Gypsy has this obsession with Taylor Swift. And her desire is to go to one of the football games and meet Taylor Swift. And the obsession that she has with Taylor Swift is weird. And so Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Kelsey, I'm pretty sure they are on high alert now because, I don't think he wants Taylor to meet somebody that just got out of jail for 10 years for unaliving her mother. And you know, a lot of people are looking at the fact that, okay, well, you know, Gypsy's mom put her through a lot. And she did. Like her mother really did put her through a lot. And what her mother did to her was wrong. But the same way that Gypsy devised this plan to unalive her mother, she could have devised a plan to set her mother up and have her mother go to jail instead of unaliving her mother. But she chose to unalive her mother. Now, if Gypsy had devised a plan for her and her boyfriend to set her mother up and have her mother put in prison for what she did to her, I would have been on Gypsy's side. But the way that they unalived her mother, I can't get with you. I really can't. And I do understand that Gypsy was manipulated. A lot of things happened to Gypsy. But Gypsy had enough sense to get with a guy, manipulate him, and then he was the one that ended up unaliving her mother. So, I don't know this, but I know it's interesting. You know, like, I'm definitely going to follow her story and kind of see what happens, because I think she's going to write a book. They've already done documentaries on her. I think there's a documentary on Netflix about like her entire story. Her story is interesting. It is a interesting story. So there is a documentary about her on Netflix, and Gypsy says she's writing a book. I think Dr. Phil did a piece on her while she was in prison. He went to visit her while she was in prison and everything. I'm just praying these spiders don't bite me, because this chair was full of spider webs before I wiped them off. So yeah, I mean, she all on Instagram talking about how good the D is, her husband. You know, because people are side-eyeing her husband because, like, why would you marry her? You know that this young lady has some she has been through some very serious trauma with her mother. And you know, just 10 years of prison is not going to heal the trauma that she went through with her mother. Like, her mother had her in a wheelchair, knowing she could walk, taking her to multiple hospitals, putting her on all types of medication to, you know, keep her sick, telling her she couldn't eat food and, you know, restricting her diet. Her mama did all kind of stuff to her child. Like, her mama was mentally ill, had to be. And I believe that there are some serious things going on with Gypsy. And I think we're going to see those things play out on social media, because she is on social media and now there's no one to stop her. You know, she in her 30s now. I think they said she either 35 or 36. So this is going to be an interesting story. If I do a live today, it'll be later on today, because I kind of like don't really feel like pushing my voice for 2 hours. Y'all know that I be having issues with my vocal cords, and I don't want to overuse them. So I don't know if every day we're gonna do a live, but we'll get close to it. If I do, I'll let you guys know. But look for, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, look for Gypsy Rose and follow her, because we are gonna be following her story. And I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye.